I have a friend, his name's Ed Mylett. He's got a very popular podcast called The Ed Mylett Show. In fact, it's the #1 rated podcast on the planet for personal development. He coaches athletes and movie stars and presidents and prime ministers. He's a close friend of mine. And we were talking about investing and money and stuff. And he asked me how I got involved with my apartment complexes. And I sold my house in Tahoe. I made a little over $1 million off that house. And I took all of it minus $1,000 and I put it all in an apartment complex. And Ed about lost it. He says, I could never do that. It would cause me so much anxiety that I'd have a heart attack. Ed is worth $400 million or so, and he's probably got $120, $150 million in just real estate that he paid cash for. He doesn't use debt. And him and I have had conversations on this. Like, if you use debt, Ed, you would be worth billions of dollars right now instead of 400 million. And he said, if I use debt, I wouldn't be worth $400 million because I can't emotionally handle it. Psychologically, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to perform. I wouldn't be able to help my clients. So it doesn't work for me. And I respect that. And I used to be the guy that was more like Robert Kiyosaki. Maximize your debt. Get as much money as you can from the banks, borrow all the money from investors for your down payments. And then over the last couple of years, I've started to slowly change where the debt had a little bit more emotional impact on me, a little psychological, where I started worrying a little bit about my debt. And I have millions of dollars in debt. But you need to figure out what works for you. And if you're one of those people that debt is going to psychologically impede your emotional state, then don't do it. But if you can handle a little bit of debt and you can save up enough money to buy a rental property, Airbnb it, or just do a regular rental, and you can handle the pressure of having to make that payment, then use it. It's okay, but do whatever works best for you. I don't like those blanket statements like, Dave Ramsey's probably the worst at this. All debt's bad. I think he says there's no such thing as good debt. Well, I disagree. There is good debt. And I think that if you can emotionally handle the pressure of having the payments, it's great. I like using automatic payments. I like bill pay. So I don't write checks. I don't have to go through my bills, open it up, and then write a check. Even when money was tight for me, I still didn't do that. I set everything up on automatic payments, and I recommend that you do that as well, at least for the minimum payments on your debt. That way it relieves the pressure and stress. Then you don't have to worry about it so much. So there is a psychological toll to debt for some people.